These are not contrasts, these are similar. The contrast is that they're on opposite sides of the country. In Venice Beach, California, a picture of a bulldozer that's filling a skateboard park with sand on the beach to make sure that kids don't use it. And here's another picture. This one is in New York City. This is at the behest of Mayor de Blasio. City workers are welding shut the gates of a public park. Dr. Atlas, what do you make of Venice Beach and the park being shut in New York?
Yeah, well, there's two just really inexplicable thought processes going on there. One is that somehow people seem to think that in leadership positions that it makes sense to be confined indoors rather than be out of doors. That you don't have to be a doctor to understand that that is just completely ludicrous. And then when you look at the data, even the original data out of Japan, they showed that the transmission rates were far higher, by order of magnitude higher, inside, in confined spaces. Outdoors is far, far lower risk to get a contagious disease. This is just common sense. I don't even know how to explain how that is so ridiculous. But the second part is locking children's playgrounds. Again, we go back to the fact these are people, these leaders insist that, quote, it's all about the science, but they're doing things that are contrary to the science because there is virtually no risk to the people who would use those playgrounds. The children have almost no risk. In fact, I'll give you a quote from the JAMA Pediatrics Journal.
JAMA is the
Journal of the AMA Pediatrics. It's a special pediatrics journal. And their quote is, this was a series of 48 pediatric hospitals in North America. And their quote is, the risk of a serious illness from seasonal influenza in children is, quote, far greater than the risk of serious illness from COVID-19 in children. So, I mean, this is a completely irrational response. To lock down the playgrounds is just, I mean, it defies any science whatsoever. And in fact, it just shows a complete lack of capability for being in a leadership position.